Hey y'all, Mr. Tim's here. I've been out sawing today, and I think I'm going to do something different now. I got an old log out in the woods that I've had my eye on for a while. I want to go out there. I want to see if I can cut it into about an 8-10 foot log and bring it back, put it on the sawmill, see what happens, see what it looks like on the inside. So let's do it. All right, so it's this guy right here. I have no idea what kind of log it is. It's been there a long time, but I don't think it's rotten. So let's take a look at it. So I'm standing on it, and some of it's rotten, like the side here, but it feels like the middle of it is solid. And I'm so interested in, this feels solid too. Interested in what it looks like. And so I'm thinking maybe it's gum. See how it's all twisted? So I picked this section right here because it's not in contact with the ground. It's kind of floating up in the air. So I think that probably gives me the best shot of it being solid in there and not totally rotten. And then also my mill will hold up to 22, 23 inches. So let's see here. I'm really close on that, but I think it can work. And that's just on these like little parts right here. So I'm going to measure this out. I'm probably going to do maybe a 10 foot or 8 foot slab of this right through here, coming down to here, and see what I can find. It sure does look twisted. See how it's almost flat right here, and as it goes up, you can see it just twists around as it goes up there. You can see some twist way up there. Let me go around there. Hope I don't run into Mr. No Shoulders out here. So you can see these lines going right, and they're just twisting right around. And that's kind of characteristic of gum, I thought. But y'all let me know what you think. Let's see what this, let's see how this looks when I go ahead and grab onto it. Boy, there's poison ivy everywhere out here. Y'all make sure you wash your hands after you watch this. So let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and put these, that one fell on there. That was luck. I'd rather be lucky than good. That's what Confucius say. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab it like that, and we'll lift it up. All right, I got a little bite in it. I'm gonna go see if I can cut it. All right, here's the first cut. Interesting. It doesn't really look. Gosh, it looks like pine. I mean, could this be pine? It's interesting. So here's the second cut, and there's a little bit of rot up here on top, but this thing looks solid. You can see the wood chips that it threw out down there, so it's not, you know, completely rotten. It'd be interesting to see what it looks like once we get it out of here. Let's get it over to the sawmill. Super excited about this. I've wanted to do this for a while. I just had so many projects going on. I didn't have time to do it. If I could get out of the woods, probably would have been easier to skid it out of the woods, but I already had it, hooked up on the log tongs because it makes it easier to saw like that. So I got it. We got it under control. Let's go get it on the saw. so got her on the mill. It still looks like pine to me. And I say that because it's been in the woods a long time. Look at the growth rings on it. Look how big they are. I'm looking for clues, and I pulled this off, pulled something like this off. This looks like pine bark to me. That's pine bark all day long. So it's just there's a bunch of ants in there. There's no telling what I'm going to find on the inside of this thing. Here's another piece where I pulled it off, and it just looks like pine bark. So it is just a really, really old, crusty pine, and maybe the outer thinner layer has worn off. Of course, the bark's gone, but you know, that smooth round look like we usually get. Here's some pine sitting here that doesn't have that smooth round look. That's all kind of like worn off over time, sitting in the woods, and we're left with something that looks not like pine. But I think that's what it is. Y'all give me a shout if you think anything different. I'm really kind of amazed. So I'm pretty much gonna cut it like it is. I've got a couple of big knots down there that are keeping it from getting moved. And I think I'm just gonna cut it, get a flat spot, and then worry about it. Let's that right there. Look at that. We need to take that off first. All right, so here's the first pass. That looks like a mighty fine hunk of slab of pine to me. Gosh, and it looks, I mean, this is bone dry. Bone dry. Pretty cool looking. All right, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with this thing. Yeah, that's actually got a little rot right here, so I won't be able to use this part. But gosh, that's pretty. We can do something with this. Boy, it got hard when it hit that. It kind of slowed it down. A lot of pressure there. It's just a real interesting piece of wood. I really don't know what to do with it. You know, it's definitely pine. I think I'm going to take another chunk out of it and maybe just do some slabs. I mean, I don't know, with this rotten section right here in it, I don't know how much of it's good and how much of it's you know, salvageable. I did cut it at 10 foot to give me a little bit of leeway, but I cut it at 10 foot because this end was a little bit smaller. So I'm going to try to just slab it like this and leave live edges. I may flip it one more time to center it up a little bit, but yeah, let's get a couple of boards off of it and then see what it looks like. All right, so I made 2 passes, went down, and I really like what I see. It's starting to have a really neat look to it as far as the edge here, all the way down. I got a good section from about here all the way down. If I cut this about 2 inches, I'll get a really cool live edge. That could be a mantle. I don't know what it could be. But one thing I noticed, I got this spot right here was giving me a lot of trouble. And this log is really dry, y'all. It's not like cutting green lumber or even lumber that's been sitting over there. I've had to go really, really slow. In fact, my blade dove down, and you can see this is the correction cut where I was able to get it out. But you can see that piece over there got fat, and this one I had to come back and just cut real narrow just to smooth this guy out. So with that being said, and that rotten piece, I think my next one, I'm going to just slab this guy 2 inches or 1.5 inches, whatever it is, down to that rotten line, see how it goes. Maybe 2 inches, and hopefully the rot stops around here. We'll see. All right, so here's the next 2-inch slab. It's kind of gnarly. I like it. I think I'm gonna, let's see what this rot looks like inside here. You know, this is just wet. I wouldn't say it's rot. When you get into here, it's more rot a little bit lower. So that piece was spared. I think I'll cut a little bit thicker piece out of the next one, because it's going to be my widest piece. I think I'll cut that at 3 inches. All right, so I was going to cut the next slab 3 inches. I ran into some problems, and I think I ran into this rot in here, and it was making my blade move up and down, and it bound up. So I had to pull back and ended up getting this beauty out of it. These are both 2-inch slabs, but this is the last one I got out, and it's a nice looking slab on this side. This is where the little kind of moist area was here. Let's flip it over and see what it looks like on the other side. It's heavy. So it's got a little bit of the rot going in there, but you know what? We could probably salvage that. There's a little bit of rot down at that end, so might not can use that, but we've got, let's see here. Let's do the old foot measurement. If the rot starts right there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, close to 8 feet on that one. And so that's what I got out of it, out of that rotten fallen down log in the woods. It's some beautiful wood. This would make a good bench, live edge bench. It would make a good mantle. Got to get in there, clean it up, make sure you get all the ants out of it. I'm not going to cut any more on this because I'm getting down into this rot here. It's pretty extensive in here. If this, I would cut it if this wasn't here, but I'm starting to get this, and this is just right in the middle. So that would leave like a 3-foot section here, 2-foot section over there. So I may cut it at a later date, but it's getting dark, and I think I'm going to go get those 2 big slabs over there in the barn. Well, that was fun going into the woods. Thanks for watching, y'all. I had no idea it was going to turn out to be pine, but I'm pretty, after cutting it and looking at it, I'm very confident that's what it is now. It's actually some really usable, nice looking wood in there. So hopefully I can find some more pieces out, and y'all stay tuned for any projects that I'm going to do with this. And thanks for watching, y'all. I got these nice 2-inch slabs from a rotten tree out in the woods. Beautiful.